You're in your 30s and maybe you feel like you've achieved nothing. Like everyone around you seems to be moving forward, buying houses, building their own families, or building career, and here you are feeling stuck, feeling like your life is so far behind. If that thought hits you hard, well, you're not alone. You may be carrying quiet battles within you like regret or comparison or maybe even shame. But what if I told you that your 30s is not the end of your story, that there's still time? Stick with me because in this video, I'm gonna show you why your life isn't over, why you're not behind, and how this season right now might be the turning point you might be waiting for. So, yesterday morning, I bumped into a young woman who had just started her career as a front desk receptionist in a modest three-star hotel. And I'm guessing probably she's in her early 20s, like around 23 to 25 or even younger, and we had a brief conversation. But the thing here was I suddenly felt a strange ache, a little bit of pain after our conversation. Though it was short, I might say regret. I don't know how to call it, honestly. But the thing here is she looks so young and alive and adventurous and fierce. And I feel like I used to be like her. I remembered the old me, the younger version of me. When I was 18, I was ready to take on anything. So the story is she was from a different province and she moved in this city alone. Honestly, she know no one in this city. But I can feel her fearless energy. Her independence and determination actually stirred up a fire inside me. You know, she's on her early 20s and I just turned 30 this year. So, yeah, I feel like her feminine energy and her independence really sparked something inside me. And you know, I remember back then, I was also confident, fearless, and I was eager to embrace anything what the world has to offer. It's been what? A decade? And here I am. I'm 30 years old now. There are actually moments in my life now that I constantly ask myself, what now? What happened in the past 10 years? Feel like I haven't achieved anything. How did the whole 10 years pass? A whole decade. 10 years just like that and nothing to show for it. Society has tricked us into believing we need to have life figured out by 30. Career, family, stability, all neatly wrapped up, but life isn't a checklist. So think about this. There are few famous people that I would like to mention, like Oprah Winfrey. She was still struggling in her 30s before her breakthrough. And you know, she's one of the most successful women in the world. And J.K. Rowling, she didn't publish Harry Potter until 32 years old. And it says that J.K. Rowling was in her 30s. She was a single mom struggling financially when she started writing Harry Potter. Now, Harry Potter, you know, is a $1 billion legacy. And Vera Wang, it says that she didn't design her first wedding dress until 40. And now she's one of the most recognized designer in the world. And lastly, Colonel Sanders, the KFC guy. He was over 60 before his fried chicken recipe took off. And it says before that, he had failed a dozens of jobs. See, the idea that you need to make it before 30 is just pressure or comparison because you still have time. And no, you're not late. You're just on a different timeline. On the intro, I shared about how I bumped into this young woman who started her career. I was actually I've been thinking, was it regret? Or I was just having a reflection of what had happened in the past 10 years. I feel like it's both regret and a reflection because maybe I regret not doing the things that I suppose I should have done when I was younger. And maybe I would have a different life or a different outcome, a different result right now. At the same time, realization that I need to look forward and I should have learned from my mistakes. Because here's something that I've learned: regret can either crush you or guide you. Because when you think, what did happen in the past 10 years or so, it can definitely feel heavy when you are immersing yourself on regrets. But I believe you can use it as a fuel. Like, instead of asking, why did I waste so much time? Ask the right question like, what can I do with the next 10 years? Because the past is gone, but your future is still waiting. So, today's the time, the day to start building your dream life or creating the life that you wanted, the life that you desire. You might ask, well, how? Where do I start? And let me tell you how. Okay, let me tell you something. Your life isn't over and there's still time. Because right now, this exact moment could actually be the turning point that you've been waiting for. I'd like to leave you a message that your 30s, this moment, is actually your fresh start, new beginning. Like a time to build the life that you actually want, to build momentum, and to finally step into your own story. You may have been living like a life that doesn't really feel like you. But now, this is the time to be you. Be intentional of who you would like to become. I would actually like to give you 3 things that would tell you why this exact moment can be a turning point. And number 1, you've experienced failures and setbacks. And yes, every mistake, every wrong decisions that you've made could have taught you something. Something that your younger self couldn't have learned. Those lessons are your guide. Use them moving forward. Second, number 2, you have more control over your life. In your 20s, you might feel like life might be happening to you like it was just happening. You are just going with the flow. But now you can take ownership of your life. You're matured enough and you're wiser and capable enough. You can decide what you want and you can set boundaries and truly be intentional. And I mean, start building your future intentionally. And last but not the least, number three, you have the wisdom of perspective. So, looking back on your life, you'll see patterns as well as strengths and missed opportunities. So, you have a different perspective about life now and use those mistakes to actually move forward to where you want to go. Now is the time that you're 30 to create a foundation, a stronger foundation for the next chapter of your life, for the next decade. Like, if you're 30 right now, then think about your 40s. This is the time to start building that foundation of that future that you want when you turn 40.